Hi, we're in Kampung Kelian. This is Andak's friend's village. It's in Temengor Lake. It's on the other end of the Temengor Lake, actually. The interesting history about this. Let's go for a walk. The interesting history about the Kampung Kelian is that before the lake is a man-made lake. So before the lake was filled up because of the dam, there was a major tin mine on the other end, and there was railway tracks which carry those tin to the nearest town. But because of the lake, and this was during the British time, our colonial masters. So, and then what happened was, when the lake came up, the Orang Asli moved in, and subsequently, unfortunately, I do not know why, the rail tracks, the history is all lost. But there's still a bit of mining which is being done by the villagers from Kampung Kelian. Kampung Kelian. By far, this is the most beautiful Orang Asli village along the Temengor Lake. It's up on this hill, overlooks this beautiful view of the lake, every angle that you go. There are about 23 families, 14 on this side and 14 on the other side, the remainder on the other side. Now, the houses are made basically from bamboos and whatever extra that they've got on themselves. According to them, they didn't get much help from the department that's in charge of the Orang Asli. That's what they tell me. And they are very enterprising. They do a lot of farming. They are all Temias, and there's no electricity, but they're using solar. They don't have toilets, so unfortunately when they have to go, they run up to the bushes. The water supply is fairly clean, but again, it's not treated. It's coming from the hills using gravity feed. This is Alina and her family. Alina, say hi. Hello. Hi. And this is the family, and they're very gracious. They're so welcoming to their really beautiful home that they have. And the language, Temia language, is pretty similar to the Semai folks, but it's not a written language. But they're a very big group of people, so I guess the language is not going to get lost. You find the other groups like the smaller groups, Kensiu, there's only about 200 of them left in the world. So that's higher risk of losing the language than this. Most of them here are moving in and out from Kemar, post-Kemar, which is quite a big location where 9,000 people are living there, and they have electricity, water, and, well, not treated water, and they have schools and stuff. But they're moving in and out. Some of them have got businesses, some are doing different, and some children are going to schools there. So you find dogs everywhere. Eat those dogs. And almost all Orang Asli village I go to always have a cat. Cats. They love cats. I mean, dog, there's a utility for keeping dogs. Cats, just cute, I guess. I love mine. I really think my cat thinks he owns me. I guess he does. He makes me do everything. You know what happens when I don't listen to him? He'll bite me. I miss my cat. Okay, solar supplying electricity, and they're using it to charge the phones. Now there are no phone lines per se here, but when there's another way out from here instead of just using the lake, that's using the logging roads, and you can actually go out to the nearest town. It's quite a distance, not that near. But what's amazing is how they're using solar to charge the phones and to charge, those are the batteries for the solar panel. Fantastic, isn't it? So he says that the NGO, the church, Christian group used to come, they used to give them seedlings and fruits, and they built this church for them, but they stopped coming. So he was curious, asking me whether we are part of an NGO. So he was kind of representative of the villages to deal with the NGOs. So they gave him a number to call whenever the people need something here. But what happened is he's been trying to call them, they can't get them. So what he says is that the NGO has to deal directly with the government. The government doesn't allow NGO to deal directly with the Orang Asli, and whatever they will distribute.
Dia kerja banyak tu memang macam kita nak usaha kebun tak ada okey lagi.
This is a common problem. I've been hearing most of the villagers who complain about Jakwa is that they're supposed to represent and help the Orang Asli, but this is not my thoughts. This is what Orang Asli keep telling me, is that they don't help, they don't come and observe, they don't come and see, they talk down to them, they look down to them. Although the head isn't Orang Asli, but most of the workers, the staff in this Jakwa, which is the department which is in charge of the Orang Asli, the welfare of the Orang Asli, are not the Orang Asli themselves. So what happens is that issues like this. So every village I go, I hear the same thing. They don't care about us. They don't come and look. They don't find. Well, it's something that you come and be proactive and look at the problems and then try to solve the problems. But when they go to them and ask them, we need this, we need this, we need this, they say we don't have enough money, we don't have manpower to do this. So this is the side of the Orang Asli. Maybe I can speak to Jako and get their side of the thing. But all said and done, the village is not in a bad state. You can see it's very good. They have everything. They have rubber trees. They have planted a lot of stuff. But what he's basically asking for is not asking. I mean, he's asking for seedlings and for fruit trees and maybe water pumps and which are basic. That's the basic necessities.
Itu pun payet pun dia juga bagi.
But he says even the pipe is given by the NGO. It's not being given by the government. He's very confident. He said the NGO was here, they would probably get, brick homes, better roofing, and I don't know how good is that part. I'll be very honest with you. I can tell you that these homes are much better than the homes because the other places where I've been, where they have brick homes and stuff, they eventually move out and live on the houses that they built. Why? Because ventilation is so much better than this one. So we need to. Well, it's everybody's responsibility. Me, you, and everyone. Is it part of the human race? What we can do for them. But it's not about just giving, it's empowering them. That's pretty important. People just come and they give rice, they give food, they give sugar, they give biscuits and stuff, and then they move away and they go off, they don't come back. We need to empower them where they're able to. They're very clever people, let me tell you that, okay? I wouldn't survive 24 hours alone in this forest. But we need to empower them to help them to understand the importance of education and then help them with clean water and hygiene and education and stuff like that. So, which is what we've been doing. The team from the Malaysia One Health University Network and from my own institution, RCSI UCD Malaysia campus, we do a lot of work. Malaria, infectious diseases, zoonotic infections, leptospirosis, and all that stuff, and then also health education, basic health education, washing hands, wearing slippers, sandals, importance of boiling water. You may think this is very mild, but diarrheal diseases kill more people than I don't know. It's just amazing. Yeah, he's pretty upset why the government took the NGO away from him. I have an idea why, but I wouldn't want to go through that one. But then it's the government's responsibility. Let's see what we can do. Anybody out there who wants to reach out, do reach out. A lot of Orang Asli nowadays are very independent self. They don't really depend so much on. So now what the NGOs do is that he's saying is that they will help you, give you the resources that you need, but you got to make your own house. So like, for example, this is another house that's coming up. The infrastructure is there. But what the NGOs actually do is a good thing. They don't come and build homes for you. He was saying, that's what he's saying, his NGO. But rather they come and give you the resources. What do you need? Probably zinc roofs. As I said, those roofs I prefer, but they don't last long. So you gotta, there's a bit of a. So these are, I guess, the challenges. Not only this village, I know a lot of villages tell me the same thing. So look at it, he's got tattoos. Tapi kalau orang Temengor selalu ada tak banyak dari keturunan.
Ada.
So look at the intricate of how. Now, guess who made this? He made it himself. Of course, this looks a bit more traditional. And this one is the guitar. It's more modern. It's a rock group. Some rock group. But what's amazing is that he's done it himself. He and his friends, they will just tattoo. Pakai apa?
Pakai
Tak, ini apa, pakai ubat apa?
Ubat dawat macam mana lah kita beli.
Oh, belilah.
Marker.
Oh. They just use the inks for, for the pens.
Saya dulu.
So you've been working in KL, so the influence of the tattoo is actually from.
Dah tua, balik rumah kahwin, perempuan habis jalan.
so, so even he's complaining. He said, married life for
Dulu-dulu
any
saya
man.
duduk Kuala Lumpur.
Even for the Orang Asli, he says that I was free and doing everything. The moment he got married, finished. That's it. His life is now difficult, isn't it? I feel your pain, brother. I feel
Okay,
your
thank
pain.
you.
See, that water flowing there is from the river. Now, what's interesting is that that was a tin mine from, I think, the British era probably, and there was rails to carry the tins back to the town. But of course, when it wasn't productive anymore, they left it. There's a dam. I've been there. There's a dam, and what the Orang Asli was doing was they were panning. They were using handheld tools to mine for the tin. By 1981, this dam broke, but they still kept doing it, but not as actively. I don't think they're doing it anymore. I've been asking them, but they say they don't do it anymore.